Welcome back, disgruntled sports fans. Another week, another scripted top 10. And we're going to start the list in Sin City. We got the Raiders and the Chargers. We got Justin Sherbert here. He and the Chargers are looking to start out 2-0. He finds his man, he hucks this ball, and completes this ball to an open man. Now check this out. Here comes this Raiders defender. Now, I think that he could, right here, dive and grab the guy by the waist and bring him down. You always see guys in the NFL diving at each other's feet and whiffing tackles. So in this case, you should be diving at either the guy's waist or his legs to try and bring him down because he's about to score a touchdown. So this is one spot where you should be diving. So let's see what this Raiders player does. Okay, he decides to stare at his ass. Looks like he's about to dive, but he's definitely staring right there at this Chargers player's posterior, his derriere. Let's see now, is he going to try and make a tackle, or is he just going to stare at his ass the entire time? Looks like he's not going to make a tackle attempt at all, give up on the play, and let the guy score a touchdown. Wow! Excellent textbook non-tackle attempt in the NFL. Getting us started here. It's your scripted top 10, baby. All right, so here we have the Smacksonville Bagwires, and they're taking on the Cincinnati Tiger Stripes. So big sister Trevor Lawrence, he tosses this ball to Travis Etienne. Now check this out. This first dude, he's going to run behind the blocker in front of him and take himself out of the play. Good job. Number 55. He's got a perfect angle to make a tackle. But he's going to reach out. Like he's going to try and touch his back like this is a game of two-hand touch. But he's not even going to touch him. Now he's going to act like he's going to go for his feet. And just fall down and not do either. Good job, number 55. We got the Colts. We got the Bronx. We got ourselves a game. Got ourselves a handoff. Got ourselves a missed tackle. That's the first missed tackle. Look at these two Broncos dudes right here. Both of them get juked. Don't even try and make a tackle. We got a guy going for some sweet feet action. Gonna go down there and take a whiff of that Colts player's cleats. Good job, bro. How did that smell? Here we have a shoulder touch. I'm gonna touch his shoulder pad. Excellent tackle attempt there. And then these two Broncos guys are gonna bump into each other because they're awesome at playing football. One of them's gonna fall down. And there he goes! He could go all the way! But no, he gets knocked out of bounds. If he would have broke that tackle and took it all the way to the house, this would be higher on the list. But he didn't, so it's not. This play right here, man, is some extra phony rigoroni with a side of bologna. We got the Cowgirls and the G-Men. they're getting it on in Jerry's world. You got a simple handoff. So look at this Giants defender right here. He's going to make what you call a tackle attempt. So he takes a swipe at the air and then falls down, right? That's what you call a tackle attempt in the NFL. Good job, bro. And who doesn't love a scripted hurdle? Here you have the Giants player staring at the turf, just lowers his head, doesn't look at what he's trying to tackle, because that's how people are trained to tackle when they play football professionally. You put your head down, you stare at the turf, and then you dive at a guy's legs so that he can hurdle over you and make a first down. Gotta love those scripted hurdles. So here we have the Seahawks and the Steelers. Old man Rodgers, oldest player in the league. He's in the pocket. He senses pressure. Notice how all the offensive and defensive linemen all just conjumble and conjoin together. Did I say conjumble? Is that even a word? It doesn't matter. But seriously, look at this. Look at the way all the linemen just pile up together so that old man Rodgers can slowly escape the pocket. Find his open man. All right, so let's count the number of missed tackles now. We got 1. We got 2. We got 3. We got 4. Any more? Is anyone going to tackle this guy? Are we going to have 5 missed tackles? Is anyone going to tackle this guy? Okay, it looks like somebody's actually going to make a tackle. Good job. So the 5th guy makes the tackle. 4 missed tackles on that play. This was probably the most entertaining game of the week. It was a back and forth battle. The Bagwires and the Tiger Stripes traded scripted scores back and forth. So check this one out. You got Higgins here. He's got his man beat. He catches the ball. So here we have a player who can make a tackle right here. All he's got to do is just jump on his back and ride him to the ground. And he has help over here. 2 Jaguars players. Only 1 Tiger Stripes player. So guess what's going to happen? If you guessed that the 2 Jaguars guys were going to run into each other like a couple of morons and fall down, and that the Bengals dude was going to run away scot-free, you guessed correctly! All right, check it out, y'all. This Lions wide receiver had a magnetic catch last week, and it was on my list. The dude's name is Tesla. I've never seen anyone with that last name spelled like that before. And the fact that it's Tesla and he's getting a magnetic catch 2 weeks in a row, that's definitely suspicious. It's almost like they're positioning this guy as the second coming of Odell Beckham Jr. So as you can see, Isaac Tesla is well covered on this play. You might even consider that pass interference by the defender. But he's got the magnetic gloves on. He is the second coming of Odell Beckham Jr. All he's got to do is stick his hand out there, and the ball sticks to the glove. No problem at all when you got those magical magnetic gloves. Right, Isaac Tesla? You really got to hand it to the NFL script writers for coming up with new and innovative ways for teams to score touchdowns, such as this play. You got a kickoff, right? So the kick returner for the Steelers watches this ball bounce right in front of him. It bounces up, and it touches his helmet. Yep. Then he's going to look back at it. That's a live football, bro. And he's going to turn around and stare at the sidelines and let the live football just chill in the end zone. Meanwhile, these Seahawks players, they decide they're going to run in there and jump on that live football because that is indeed a live ball. Just chilling right there in the end zone. Seahawks jump on it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Anybody confused by what's happening here? Yep, there it is. Touchdown. So that was a live football. So imagine this is a high school football game. Any self-respecting high school football coach would bench a player for having a mental breakdown like that. In fact, there's some high school coaches that would make a guy run laps until he puked for doing something like that in a game. There's high school coaches who would kick a player off the team for making a mistake like this. So how is it a guy in the NFL who's being paid to play football has a mental breakdown like that? The ending to this game was diabolical by the NFL script writers, especially if you are a Broncos fanboy. Extra especially if you bet on the Broncos in this game. So here is the game-winning field goal attempt from 60 yards away. 4th and 9, 3 seconds left. This is the ball game. The kick is up. It's gonna be wide right. It's got plenty of distance. That looks like it would have been good from like 80 yards. Jeez. Plenty of distance, but wide right. Oh, look at the mascot. Oh, and everyone in the stands hanging your head down. Oh. Tough loss for the Colts. Good job, Broncos. Way to go. Final score, right? You're going to watch it go final. It's final. 28-26. Broncos win. Final. It's final, you guys. But wait. What? No. Did the NFL scriptwriters seriously put the final score on the board and then late flag once people are celebrating the victory? Flag down, you guys. So the Broncos get hit with a leverage penalty. And I swear you see this sort of thing happen on almost every single field goal attempt. Right? So this one dude right here who jumps over, they called that leverage. Gonna give the Colts an extra shot to win the game. And guess what? Now, from 45 yards away, what are the chances he's gonna miss 2 game-winning attempts? It's up. It's heading down the middle, and it is good. And now all the fans in the stadium are celebrating. The few Broncos fans who are there are like, you got to be kidding me. Mascot is going crazy. The Colts are going crazy. the second chance field goal is a game winner. The Colts start out 2-0. Gotta be a tough loss if you're a Broncos fan. Even more of a tough loss if you bet on the game. And of course, that brings us to the number one most scripted play of the week. And guess what? We had 5 doinks in week 2. 5 doinks. I am not kidding. There were 2 in this same game. So because of all these doinks happening in the same week, I am going to consolidate all 5 of the doinks and make them the number one most scripted play of the week. This is the smoking gun proof that the NFL is not only scripted, but they are manipulating the field goal kicks with technology. Anyone who disagrees, you must not have been paying attention back in the 90s and the 80s and the 70s. Maybe you weren't alive. But I can guarantee you, if you go back and you look at the amount of doinks that used to happen in prior decades, there used to be only 1 doink per season, maybe 2 doinks per season. It was extremely rare that you ever saw a doink. But now doinks happen every week, multiple times a week. You guys, we are 2 weeks into the 2025 season, and we have 8 doinks that I have counted so far. 8 doinks? You have got to be kidding me. Nope, not kidding. So, without further ado, y'all know what time it is. Hit it. Well, I tried to tell you so, but I guess you didn't know. They've been messing with field goals, and there's magnets in the poles. You lied to me. All those field goals I thought were so real. You lied to me. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You lied to me. All those field goals I thought were so real. You lied to me. Now I cry. Now I cry, cry, cry. Return of the doink. Return of the doink. Return of the doink. Another ball hits the pole. Return of the doink. Return of the doink. Return of the doink. Another ball hits the pole. And this doink right here deserves special recognition as the number one doink of the week. Out of all the 5 doinks, this one right here proves they are manipulating these kicks with technology. No wind, indoor stadium, ball's up, looks like it's heading right down the middle. And then inexplicably, it defies the laws of physics, and it takes a hard right turn, doinks the upright, and fanboys have the nerve to tell me, I don't know anything about football. Fanboys have the nerve to tell me I've never played football. Meanwhile, I remember back before the ball defied the laws of physics in midair. I remember what football looked like back when doinks were extremely rare and happened once in a season. But this season, we have already seen 8 doinks through only 2 weeks of scripted football. Thanks for watching. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and I will see y'all next time. Peace.